Hello, my name is Richard Watkins.
My name is Jaylee.
And today we're going to cover inoculation. And Jaylee's been very kind enough to talk to us today about inoculation. So what is inoculation, Jaylee?
Yeah, so inoculation is a method of putting bacteria on a plate of media.
Okay, so what are we going to do on this plate of media?
We're going to put our sample of bacteria on our plate and spread it around so that it can grow.
Okay, so this is all the equipment you're going to need for this inoculation technique. Can you kind of talk to us about some of these things?
Yeah, so we have our sample here,
Mm-hmm.
as you can see. And then we have our micropipetter.
Right.
This is a 200 microliter pipetter, and it is set at 100 microliters.
Okay.
Just be sure to always check with your TA to ensure that you have the right micropipetter set at the right measurements.
Okay.
Here we have our plate of media, which is that jelly-like substance that we place on the bottom, so we can easily take off the lid and place it back on.
Okay. And this is for spreading the bacteria, so what would you call that?
Yes, so we would call this a spreader.
I would have called that a bougie confabulator, but spreader makes a lot more sense than a bougie confabulator, but okay, great.
Yeah.
It sure does, yeah. All right.
And then, of course, we have our Bunsen burner
Right.
for sterilization and our striker for when we need to light the Bunsen burner.
Okay, and what's this liquid that the spreader's in?
This is alcohol.
Okay.
So we just place our spreader in the alcohol and we leave it there so that it can sterilize when we're not using it.
Okay, so the alcohol is sterilizing the spreader. Okay, awesome. Well, can you show us how the student would do this inoculation?
Yes.
Okay.
So first we want to turn on our Bunsen burner because we're going to be using it. And then we will take our sample. We want to put a yellow tip on our pipetter. And then we're going to aspirate 100 microliters of our sample into the micropipetter.
Okay, very good.
This little one-handed trick here.
Yeah, there's a little one-handed trick that comes in pretty clutch doing this.
So we're going to put the sample on the plate in a crescent shape.
Okay.
Might not be perfect.
Right. As long as it's not in one place.
Right, because that will create hot spots.
Uh-huh.
And we don't want that.
Right.
So we quickly place the lid back onto the plate of media to prevent contamination.
Right. And you didn't put the plate like on the countertop. You always held it. Exactly.
Right. So we have our spreader. Take it out of the alcohol, and we're going to run it through the Bunsen burner just for a few seconds. Don't want to do too long because you'll make it too hot, and that will either send your media or the bacteria.
Right. And what's the flame doing to the alcohol?
It just burns off the alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing special.
No.
So we take our lid,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to use it as a sneeze guard.
Right, I love
Once
that.
again, not putting it down, not putting it down on the counter, and we're going to spread that bacteria with the spreader for about 10 to 15 seconds.
So are you putting a lot of pressure on that? Is that really hard or is it kind of soft?
No, so the media is more like a jelly-like substance, and if you press too hard down on it, it will rip and tear, and we don't want to do that.
Okay, so basically this bougie confabulator, the spreader, is just spreading that little amount of liquid you put on there all over the plate, so the bacteria can see all of the media on the plate.
Right.
Awesome.
And then of course we put our lid back onto the plate and our spreader back in the alcohol.
Okay, awesome.
So if you look at it, you can see that you won't see the bacteria after you spread it. Why would you not be able to see it?
Because the bacteria is so small that you can't see it on the plate.
Exactly.
But what's going to happen is, as the bacteria is on the plate, it's going to absorb those nutrients, and they're going to grow and grow and grow. And in a few days, or even probably a day, we're going to be able to see the bacteria because it's replicated and replicated and replicated.
It's going to eat it up.
You're going to eat it up! All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for your help today, Jaylee. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Thank you very much, and have a good day.